$1.2 million were stolen from an Alabama dealership. What's going on, YouTube? It's the AZ392. I got some breaking information I want to share to you guys. Alabama thieves steal $1.2 million in cars from Dodge dealership using Challenger Demon 170 as battering ram. Let's get right into it. So guys, this is not even the only Demon 170 stolen over the past weekend. There's another one I want to bring up and show you guys. There's no footage of the actual car that got stolen, but it was at a luxury dealership in California. This one's in Alabama, and the thieves were able to make out with a TRX, a Grand Wagoneer, a Bronco Raptor, and another Challenger 392. So let's get into it. Let's read it, guys. This makes me curious. It makes me pissed because, as you guys can tell, I got my own 2023 Demon 170, and seeing people take these cars is unbelievable. But we'll get into it. They say they know who the criminals are, and they say it's a big, I mean, you guys can tell I've posted many videos over the past of these criminals. They're advanced, organized criminal rings. They know what they're doing. They're not like your average car thieves. These are people who these are actually groups of people who specifically target dealerships at night, stealing like 6 or 7 of them at a time. But we'll get into it right now. It says, the Arab Alabama Dodge Jeep Ram and Ford dealership estimates it's out $1.2 million after thieves took 8 vehicles, including several Dodge Challengers, a Ram TRX, a Bronco Raptor, and 300 keys on Sunday morning. Police described the crime as sophisticated after thieves used computers to unlock the keys and wipe the security cameras. So as you guys can tell, these people are going to the dealerships knowing exactly where to hit, and they are completely wiping out the security footage so no police can see who they are. I mean, these are people who know exactly what they're doing, who've done it many of times, who are probably going to do it again. 2 of the vehicles have been recovered, but 6 are still missing, and dealer employees are still working to reprogram keys. Guys, so what I did miss on top of this, the Arab Alabama thieves made off with 8 high-priced vehicles and 300 keys after the dealership heist. So on top of stealing the cars, they were able to grab 300 keys on top of that. So obviously you can tell these people were probably in there for a while. This isn't just like, oh, you run in there, run out. Like, this is probably hours, if not hours. They know exactly where everything is in the store. These could be an inside job with employees being in on it, but you never know. Okay, let's read this one now. A dealership in Arab, Alabama suffered an estimated loss of $1.2 million in vehicles after a highly sophisticated overnight robbery, according to local police. The stolen inventory includes brand new 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170, one of the most sought after models in recent months. And you guys can tell the prices on these vehicles are going crazy. Some of the Demon 170s are, I mean, let's be honest, a minimum Demon 170 price right now is at least $170,000. And this is where it gets me. It says, adding to insult to injury, 300 keys and hours of crucial security camera footage were also taken, hindering efforts to apprehend the thieves. How is this dealership not have the most advanced security system? On top of it, you have a Demon 170 in your showroom floor with no protection. You're not blocking this thing in. You're not blocking the exits and entrances out with big vans. You're doing nothing. I mean, let's go through it. They say $1.2 million and so on. I don't know personally. I think the dealerships can afford and they can suffer a insurance claim like that. Like, to people like me and individual owners, a stolen car is a lot more crucial than a dealership getting a car stolen from them, because they're getting that insurance payout right away. North County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram and connected North County Ford dealerships were hit just after midnight on Sunday, April 7th. In the robbery, a total of 8 cars and trucks were stolen, including a number of limited edition models such as a 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170, a 2024 Ram 1500 Final Edition TRX, and a 2024 Bronco Raptor. The thieves' means of entry into the dealership was an old-fashioned and involved simply throwing a rock through the building's window, police told WHNT. From there, the job was taken, but the job was everything but old-fashioned. Once they were inside, the thieves managed to gain access to the building's security cameras. Not only did they turn them off, they deleted hours of footage that reduced the amount of evidence they left behind. And this is a picture of the Demon 170 that was stolen. I mean, it's a beautiful car. I wish I actually, I'll show you guys. Guys, so in my personal time, I've wrote down every single Demon 170 that I've seen on the market so far, just to see what they sell for, what people have gotten, what numbers are available, what numbers sold for, what numbers have each color on them, stuff like that, just so I can see. But on this one, I actually couldn't find a MSRP, which kind of sucks. But this is where the story gets even better. They used a new Demon 170 as a battering ram. Greg Anthony, the general manager of the North County Ford, said that thieves plugged a computer into the dealership's key safe to unlock it and stole more than 300 keys. As of April 10th, technicians and locksmiths were still working to replace and reprogram keys to all the vehicles. It seems like it was a very organized and sophisticated, said Arrow Police Chief Shane Washburn. I believe these guys. It's not their first time. They have had many burglaries like of this nature. So think of this. I think I've had some people. Oh my God, I can't read. So I think we had some people, like I said, some professional criminals. Things got a little less sophisticated once the thieves were in the cars though. The 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT mentioned above was used to ram through the bay door to get out of the building. Despite that, the burglary was not noticed until the following morning. So you guys had these people smashing through glass walls, and you're telling me no one in the area notices? You don't have overnight patrol, which is just insane. Since Sunday morning, 2 of the vehicles have been recovered, but 6 of them are still missing. The crime has left Anthony feeling like Anthony's gonna get over it, guys. Anthony's the owner of the dealership. Like, let's be honest, like he can, And there's some pictures of the cars that were stolen: a TRX, Demon 170, Ford Bronco Raptor. Sorry guys, I'm also sweating. It's 107 out, Okay, so this is all the information that they have for these vehicles, but I want to get into another video and another Demon 170 that was stolen over the weekend, because this one's a little juicy story too. So this is a different story. This is happening. So the first one was in Arab, Alabama. This one's coming out of California somewhere. I'm not really too sure where. Thieves steal Dodge Demon 170, damage high-end cars in dealership heist. So another same thing, in my opinion, probably the same type of people who are doing the same thing. Car thieves have been threatening dealerships like vending machines for a while now, and in some areas the problem is serious. One of the most shocking heists went down in Riverside, California, where not only the rare Dodge Demon was stolen, but several high-end performance cars were seriously damaged. And as you guys can tell above, there's a broken Audi R8 destroyed from the impact of obviously one of the stolen Demons. But right at the beginning of the footage taken by One Scene TV, we see a poor V10 Audi R8 with severe damage all down the driver's side, including the window shattered, drag marks next to it, next to the German supercar indicate it was the victim of whatever vehicle was used to pull the Demon out of the spot next to it. According to the dealership, the Audi R8 is valued at $170,000. We hope insurance covers the loss of the value. Also damaged in the heist was a rare Jeep Gladiator AMW 840, so I think America's most wanted Hellcat beefed up Jeep Wrangler. While some might not look at as much, the off-road pickup is valued at a whopping $210,000. Thankfully, it only suffered a broken window. So obviously, if it suffered only a broken window, what the thieves were trying to do. They were trying to make out with that too. Which honestly, I don't even know how they'd get away with. I mean, that thing has to stick out like a sore thumb. We're guessing the thieves were thinking about taking the Jeep, but for whatever reason decided against it. Perhaps there was an aftermarket security added to the rig, which made it swiping it impossible for the crew. With how the demand of the Demon 170 is, we're just in shock that thieves would go to such great lengths to steal one. After all, we've seen dealers gouging big time for privilege of owning one, charging well above $200,000. In this case, the dealer said the Demon 170 is worth $250,000. That sounds about right, sadly. People rightfully want to know why car insurance rates are so high. Car theft is partly to blame, so before you brush incidents off like this as someone else, keep in mind you pay the price as well. Guys, so as you can tell, I'm gonna shut the computer. There's nothing more to talk about. And see, after that, all I can say is there's a huge ongoing problem in the nation, and we can point fingers at who we think is to blame, but in my opinion, I think these are advanced, highly sophisticated criminal organizations, groups who know exactly what to do with the car once it's stolen. Either rip it, strip it, ship it, whatever they gotta do, they'll do it. And it's a shame, but as owners and people who own them ourselves, I think we gotta keep ourselves protected, safe. Make sure you're always, if you do own one of these, you're a target. Like at the end of the day, you're a target. You want to make sure you're safe, and you're keeping these things in locations that aren't. Like, you want to make sure you're in a gated community, and you have locks, doors are locked. Security features added. I got a 360-degree security system, stuff like that. Motion detector, alarm systems. It sucks that we gotta live in a world like this, but we gotta vote for change. That's the only thing we can do if we want difference in this world. We gotta vote. Get out there and vote for the right people. But I can't really speak too much on it. It pisses me off seeing people get their car stolen, especially when people don't work hard for it. They don't do anything to do it. They just steal. And with a lot of the laws in a lot of these a lot of these counties, it lets the criminals get away with it. A lot of these laws are for the criminals and against the people who are getting the crimes committed against. But I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Comment down below what your thoughts are about this whole situation. I mean, it's a really unfortunate, and honestly, I'm glad no one got hurt, because that's the most important part. You never want to see anyone lose a life over a car. Everything can be replaced, but your human life can't. But that's as much as I gotta say about that. I hope everyone stays safe, and